Hey y'all, it's Gord. Look at that. This, my friends, and welcome to Chillin with the Hippie. Off my cuff. This is a book that my father made about our family, but more so about my mum. My mum passed away a year and a half ago. 50, oh, geez, even a year and a half, and I just say those words. But my dad, he was married to her for 57 years. He's 84 now. She's been gone a year and a half, and this book just came out. It's a wonderful, wonderful history of our lives together. I'm just going to open it at any page. Like, that's my brother, my little sister, me. Yes, I look like Pasha, and my older sister. It's just a book of our lives together, and I'm going to show you my mom. Memory of my mom. One of the most beautiful women I knew. That's my picture. And us kids with her. She was a beautiful, beautiful mom. I just thought I'd share that with you. Chilling with the hippie or off my cuff is just basically me and you getting to know each other better. There's a lot of comments lately that show that some of my followers don't know me as well as others. So I wanted to share a little bit. I wanted to give a bit of a background as to a lot of you know that a lot of what drives me right now is the the issues with my ex-wife and my child, my 7-year-old child. Some of you may not know, I also have 6 grandkids, 5 of which are older than my child. I have a unique family. So I thought I'd give you a background on it because I want you to know that above all, my expertise is in parenting. I will stand here and say am I an expert? No. I am very well versed in parenting. My eyes and ears are and mind is always open for new opportunities to do better for children, and that's all my life has meant since I was 19. And that's the segue into my adult life. My my life was really free and unencumbered up until I was 18 and CP Rail hired me to move to Edmonton, Alberta from the Okanagan, which was a beautiful place to a cold place, to start my career with the railway. Wasn't too long after I came home one day to a young, pretty native woman, young, 19, with her baby at my house. She was visiting people who lived with me, roommates, and I thought I fell in love with her, but I didn't. I realized much later I fell in love with that baby and the only a 2-month-old baby and the idea of parenting. I had good parents. My dad raised me that your job is go out there and be a good father. Raise good kids. That's your job. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Your work comes second. Your kids come first. Your wife comes third or fourth or fifth. So that's how I've been brought up. So I fell in love with this girl and we got married. It wasn't too long after the marriage, only 3 months after I met her, I married her. And I adopted that first child. That's my first child. She still to this day, at 35 years old, has not, even though she knows exactly where he is, has not looked up her biological father because she couldn't give a shit. I'm daddy. That never. I told her at 6 years old that I wasn't her biological dad. She grew up with that knowledge. It never bothered her. She never thought anything different. In fact, that shaped her to understand love in a totally different aspect other than blood relation, you know? So then I had 2 more children with that woman, and our relationship was horrible. But I won't point any fingers. We broke up. The kids were super young. In fact, we broke up when my youngest, my boy Gordy, was only about 9 months old, a year old. So, and I'm not going to put her down. I'm not going to put her down because that was so many years ago. Just, she was not in a position to be a good mom. I was in a position to be a good father. There was really no decision around it. I raised those kids. Yes, in between, there was about a year and a half where she tried again. Didn't work. The kids came back to me. So for the most part, I have spent my life raising those kids. Even when my daughters got older, they and their husbands lived with me for the first while, and their children, until they could get on their feet and afford their own homes. Now both girls own their own homes, have great jobs, and both are college educated. I think I've done well. Now we roll around to spent maybe 15 years having a little bit of fun again, and then I fell in love and I wanted another family. So at 44, I got married, and I think, 8 years ago, we had a baby, 7 years ago, 7.5. And I had said, I know that I'm not going to be capable in my 50s of being a single father full time. So stay with me. Stay with me. You know, I begged her. And for the last 2 years of our marriage, I tried to keep her here because I just knew that it's going to end up with him not living with me. I'm going to get sad again. So we're going to move off of that subject. No, I'm not baking today. It's not a wake and bake. It's a chill. We're chilling. So that's my parenting. That's why I parent. I can't think of anything more beautiful than a child in your arms, or like last night sitting with my son and him cuddling up to me because he's a little scared because we're watching Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and how he cuddles up and just enjoys his time with Dad. That's life. That's what life is. That's what life should be. Not this petty back and forth, who's better than the other, who can make the other's life more miserable. So if you see me sometimes sharing difficult times, it's because it's one of the most important things in my life. And if you want to be a part of me, you're a part of it. So why do I share all this? Well, because I love all of you. I love everybody. That's what hippie does. And I want y'all to love me. And when I feel that some of you might not, well, it gets you in the feels. So again, I just wanted to share my life, my mom, and my life a bit. I want to share one more picture in here if I can find it. I told you all about the tornado in 1979 in Edmonton that we made it through. There are my kids and me and my nephew holding the hail balls from that right after the tornado went over. What we didn't get in the picture was my windows were broken and my roof had holes in it from the hail. That is my nephew, Christy, Gordy, Carrie. So there you go. A little bit more about Gordy the hippie and how I've lived my life. I conformed to the world for a little while I had to raise my children because I had to have good money for it. Now I can't conform anymore because it wouldn't help. I couldn't hold a job. So now I do my best to try and build this channel, bring to you guys good information with my advocacy for bringing marijuana to the world, freeing the plant. Peace and cheers. love and harmony. Look around for people without smiles. Share them. Let's get the world smiling. Peace.